a young person, maybe another professional who is in a different field, doing something else, which is not really striking for them, is not panning out, is not really doing anything successful for them. Who might be thinking, well, I mean, I want to become a project manager. What do I need to do? What can I do? What's the first step for me? What would you say to that kind of person who is already a professional, but they want to be, pivot into project management?
Well, I've talked to quite a few of those. Just in my journey as a project manager and my current role, I think people will be surprised by the fact that they are already working on projects. And so that's usually the surprise when I talk to people about, when they say, I want to pivot, I said, well, let's look at what you've done, right? How do when they look at what they've done, like, how did you get this done? How did how long did it take? And they realize, I'm like, you were working on projects, you just didn't have the title. And so it's getting them to kind of shift the mindset to say you are already working on projects. You work in projects in your life. If you wanna build a house, that's a project. If you want to change the color of a room, that's a project. So we're doing it every day. So it's just shifting that mindset. And so then I would say, reach out to PMI Minnesota and say, hey, I'm interested in project management. Can someone talk to me about it? Right. That is why we're there. We are there as a resource to talk to you about it, maybe give you directions. A lot of universities also have programs that can help you start maybe with a certification, or maybe if you want to go for the full degree, you can do that. But I would say talk to someone. And I think PMI Minnesota is a good resource to just start, and say, hey, how do I get into this? We have mentors, right? So we have mentorship. You can get a mentor who can talk to you about it, tell you about their journey, and maybe give you direction on some of the things that you can do.
Okay, good. Well, related to that, you are the president and CEO of Project Management Minnesota. What does that volunteer leadership give you um, that the day job that you currently do does not give you?
Well, I mean, I think so. I'm a director of program management and at my current role, and being a volunteer at PMI Minnesota impacts what I do in my day job because I've had to learn and grow and figure out how to network and figure out how to navigate relationships, right? As a president and CEO, you're working with a bunch of different people with different experiences from all walks of life. So you have to learn how to navigate those relationships and maintain them, even when you disagree. And so I've learned a lot. My leadership skills have grown by the leadership roles that I've taken on at PMI Minnesota. And so those have actually impacted the work that I do. I like giving back. So I do my job and I enjoy my job, but I love the idea of giving back, of talking to new project managers and encouraging them to join and encouraging them to let them know that, hey, project management is a sustainable, career path. You can have it for a long time. There are always going to be project managers. Even if AI comes in today, they're not going to take your job because you still need the project managers. I love encouraging people to pursue that, and I love being a part of the community of project managers because they're just. I mean, they're all like lifelong learners, right? So they're there. There's a community. I've made lifelong friends, and so I think that it feeds that aspect of my life where I want that community, right? It's not that you can't get it at work, but this is just a very different one that impacts the work that I do, just highlights it.